Something I'm very proud of at the University of Mississippi, there are a lot of leaders. And while, you may not always agree with how folks express their opinions, not being afraid to stand up for something you believe in is something that I think is a lesson that can be taught and learned over and over and over again. And we need people to stand up for their beliefs and stand up for others. And Mr. Meredith taught us that. I always tell people something as simple as a student today walking from class to class, not having to think about threats or being put in harm's way. Well, someone made that possible, and someone had to make a great sacrifice for us to get to that point. And so this didn't happen overnight. It's something that took a lot of people working together. And to the university, I think he represents the change and the progress that the flagship university needed to take. I like to remind people that while we celebrate what took place in the past, there are some things that look awfully familiar today. And while folks say history doesn't repeat itself, it certainly does rhyme. And so he has a story that he continues to tell about the threats he saw then and the progress that's been made, and we should certainly celebrate that, but we should also take this opportunity to highlight the work that remains. And so the best way to build upon the legacy of Mr. Meredith is to pay it forward. So how are we helping our neighbor? How are we investing back into Ole Miss and investing back into our communities to better our communities? And the best way to do that is to continue to help folks and continue to be vigilant and aware of what's going on around us, and try to be as inclusive as you can be. I pride myself, and Mr. Meredith prides himself on being all inclusive, and so we must continue to open more doors at the university. His book is appropriately titled Man on a Mission, not Man That Was on a Mission. He's still on that mission. He'll remind folks that when he talks to them. He's still on a mission to make sure that Ole Miss continues to be the best university it can be. And that means getting all hands on deck and making sure students, the administration, the alumni, and friends are all behind that effort to make Ole Miss that great university.